Here's the E-mini NASDAQ. Look at the trend that has been going on the E-mini NASDAQ this whole time. Take a look at this, right? When you take a look at the NASDAQ and you realize that the AI forecasted the NASDAQ to move higher on a long-term forecast on 428, right? And how do I know it was forecasted to move higher? This is the NASDAQ, by the way. You can see right here at the top, this is the NASDAQ. The predicted moving average crossed above the simple moving average, indicating bullishness. The neural index was green, that shaded area. I also have the neural strength on here, which is a predicted momentum indicator of the neural index. All of those things were indicating bullishness back here. Well, that blue line stayed above that gray line the entire time. That trend was forecasted to move higher from a long-term trend forecast and is still expected to move higher. Because we can zoom in and go to the current day's data over here on the right. If we zoom in a bit here, look, the blue line is still above. We have a little bit of consolidation happening here at the end. The predicted high is still expected to be higher with a potential lower low. We do have the neural index turning red, but we have a volume turning from bearish to bullish with a drop in ATR indicating bullishness. We can dig into the indicators as in depth as you want to or stay as surface level as you want to, but the end story here is that there is still bullishness expected in the NASDAQ. Consolidated bullishness, remember that note I said about managing your risk? But all in all, what we're saying here is that the key to what the artificial intelligence is doing is saying that there is more bullishness than bearishness in this trend expected, and this trend has been going for quite some time. That is valuable information, if you ask me, especially when you go check out the NASDAQ and you realize that the NASDAQ is moving higher as well today. The NASDAQ is at what? Let me zoom in on this. 15,670. 15,670. There you go. Right near that predicted high, just where VantagePoint indicated it would, and that bullishness played through and is playing through. It's only 11:56 a.m. Eastern time. So when you look at this, it's safe to say that using the artificial intelligence and having these forecasts before the market opens, this came out at 6:30 last night. Every night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, you can get this kind of information. Here's the S&P 500. Again, tomorrow we have the Fed announcement on, there's a rate decision expected on whether or not they're going to increase rates. I think it's safe to say, based on the fact they didn't increase rates last time, we know that inflation, has had some change, but nothing drastic based on the comments from Powell. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. We're expecting a rate increase, probably 25 basis points from 525 to 550, something like that. I'm not expecting anything different, but what the artificial intelligence is saying here is that there is still overall bullishness in this market moving into that decision. Will that decision reverse the markets? Right now, the AI is saying there's some consolidation, but more bullishness than bearishness. Based on what the AI is saying, that gives me information that I need and you could use to make decisions around the financial market movements. And that, my friends, is an edge.